Hey everybody, I'm Cokeman 250 and this is Positively Prepared. Why don't you come with me on my preparedness journey? Maybe we can learn something together. Let's do this. Hey everybody, Cokeman 250 here. This is kind of a follow-up video to the video I did the other day about thoughts of a prepper. You know, I did a video on why I started prepping, and I'll link that in the bottom if you want to see why I started prepping. This is going to be a video on how I started prepping. And I didn't start prepping food when I started prepping. The way I started prepping, this is a years and years process. I started prepping by paying off debts, doing away with things that I didn't have to have, and I got it down to the basic stuff that I could afford and have some freed up cash flow. And it wasn't a lot, but then as I started paying off those credit cards, horrible credit cards, as I started paying those off, which I teach my kids they're evil and to not ever get one, ever, no matter what. Not even as an emergency backup. It's a horrible emergency backup. No credit cards. Anyway, as I started paying off my 15 maxed out credit cards, and I started paying off 2 vehicles that I had payments on, as I started paying off just other garbage that I had and liquidating and getting rid of things, I then freed up a little money. Wasn't a lot of money, but it took me about 2 years to pay off all my credit cards because I set my mind on it. I focused it. My grandpa taught me growing up all the time, a man can do anything he sets his mind to do. And I didn't really grasp it when I was a kid, but it's truly amazing what a man can accomplish when he sets his mind and focuses in on something. And I'm talking to the ladies out there too. I just say that. It's the way I talk. Anything a person sets their mind to, they can accomplish. You can. Anything you set your mind to, you can accomplish. So as I started paying that stuff off, the bad thing was I didn't free up a whole lot of money because I couldn't afford to pay the payments in the first place. So I really wasn't paying those payments. But I called them, I talked to them, paid them off. As you get some of that stress off your shoulders, some of that weight off your shoulders, you start grasping you're in a better place, in a better peace of mind. You start looking at ways to stretch your dollars that you have. And that's when I found that I was buying big bulk items. I was buying big bags of oatmeal instead of the Quaker canisters, for $5 for a pound or 2 pounds. I started buying a bigger one, like a 10-pound box from a big box store. And, I was paying pennies on the dollar of what I was buying that one container for. Well, then I realized I got all this food, or say this oatmeal. I got all this oatmeal. How do I store this oatmeal before I can get it all eat so it don't go bad? So I began to Google storing food long term. And I come across these videos and all this stuff on YouTube about long-term food storage. I never even imagined having a year's worth of food supply in my house. I just wanted to take the stuff that I was eating every day, such as oatmeal, rice, flour. I was thinking, if I can buy this stuff for pennies on the dollar in bulk bags, I gotta have a way to store it so I'm not wasting it, so I'm not throwing my money away. I'm not eating 10 pounds, even though I got it cheaper than I did the 5-pound bag. but and then throwing 5 pounds away, you know. So I began reading all this, and I wasn't prepping for anything. I was just saving money, living frugal. You got to get in that live frugal mindset. And so I started looking at things. My diet changed a little bit. We started eating differently, you know. We started eating rice more. Started eating beans more. Started eating oatmeal more. Stuff you could buy that lasted a long time and didn't go bad. And you know, instead of buying or having macaroni and cheese as a side meal, which is I'm just gonna say $3 a box for one box, and usually my family would cook 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese for a meal, and then we'd throw half a box out. Instead of spending $6 for a side dish, now we're spending 30 cents out of a $10 bag of, you know, 10 or 15 pound bag of rice. So now all of a sudden, hey, that's money I freed up. Can I have macaroni and cheese once in a while? Yeah, you can. But if you'll put rice in on every third meal for a while, or 3 meals a week for a while, then all of a sudden, that's money in your pocket. You're stretching those pennies. You're seeing the copper get thin and the junk metal in the middle of that penny shine through now, because you're stretching them pennies out. Breakfast, you know, bacon and eggs is my go-to breakfast. But hey, everybody knows bacon, wow, you know, $5 a pound and up. You can eat a 30-cent bowl of oatmeal. I'm going to try to do a video coming up pretty soon about a 30-cent or less breakfast. So, you know, it's going to be a live frugal. You know, you got to get in that mindset, stretching them pennies. And everybody's got to eat. I get comments all the time, I spend all my money, there's no money to prep. Well, you're eating somehow. And I'm not saying this ugly to you. I'm not trying to sound sarcastic or anything like that. I'm just kind of excited to share to you the way that I got into this lifestyle. And everybody's eating. You're eating somehow. You're buying food and you're eating it. So why not buy it at the cheapest price per serving that you can buy it? You know, yeah, you might not be able to, you know, you could go out and buy $100 worth of groceries every week, and you could eat that each week probably. Or you could go out and spend that same $100 and change some stuff in your meal to rice, to oatmeal, to beans, to stuff that costs less. Add those into your budget. Well, when you buy that 10-pound bag of beans, or the biggest bag of beans that your store has nearest to you, you're not getting 1 meal out of that. You're getting 10. You know? So, as you begin to buy this stuff, and I'll try to do a video also on my canister system that I got set up in my kitchen on how I do stuff. But you're going to start seeing that you're not spending near as much money on food, and you're just as full. You're probably more satisfied with the food you're eating. So, you're already eating. Why not do it frugally? And really, why not do it to stretch those pennies and to stock it up with the extra money that you'll see? And it'll take a little bit of time to get to that point where you have some extra money. But you'll get to a point where you see, hey, I don't really got to buy nothing this week. You know, maybe a jug of milk and you know, some, if you ain't got chickens, just some eggs, and maybe some butter, you know, stuff like that. You're only buying a few things. There may be weeks, instead of you spending $50 to $100 a week on groceries like you are now, where you only go spend a $20 bill. Well, now all of a sudden you got $20 or $30. Hey, might as well use it on food, because we're looking for the long haul here. We're looking down the road. All of a sudden you pick up your paper, you see tuna, 50 cents a can on sale. Bam! You go buy a whole case for $12. There you go. How many tuna sandwiches can you eat with a case of tuna? Is it my go-to sandwich? No. But as I start eating that, I'm freeing up money for the next sale that comes along. So, what I'm trying to say is everybody's got to eat. And if you'll start out for a month or two stretching those grocery store pennies, then you'll come to a point where then you can really start putting some stuff away. And even if you're not going to prepare just to live the frugal lifestyle, you'll start seeing that, hey, I don't have to buy side dishes for a month now, so I can use all that side dish money. Hey, we're going to go buy some ribeyes, you know. There you go. A man who can't eat ribeyes, if you stick to a plan, you get on a plan, a live frugal plan, bam, all of a sudden you can eat ribeyes once a week. But it takes time, it takes dedication, and you can't get there overnight. So, any questions, please ask me in the comments. I want to try to go a little more in depth of living frugally. You know, I do the Live Frugal series on my channel, and I put out a video every once in a while. I hadn't done it in a while, but you know, I want to show people I live a very frugal lifestyle, and you wouldn't think of it sometimes when you come to my house and I got 15 ribeyes going on the grill. But there's a reason that I can put 15 ribeyes on the grill. And it ain't because I'm a millionaire. And it ain't because I make a ton of money. It's because I've stretched those grocery store pennies. So anyway, as always, folks, hope you enjoyed. This is Coke Man 250 from the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless everybody. And remember, prep smarter and pray harder.